Hi, Siegfried. We are sorry you're not here today with us for the Preservation for Generations, which was put on in your honor and for what you have done for this railroad. We are so grateful for all that you've done for us and decided to create this incredible organization. And 50 years ago is when that thought came to you and when you implemented the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. So we're grateful that you did that. And not only am I grateful and the organization grateful, but the many millions of riders are also grateful for what you have done for us. We also have 1,200 volunteers that help keep this railroad running, and they are also very thankful for what you have done. They have put over 1 million hours of service into the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad, just to keep preserving what you started, Siegfried. So we are very, very thankful for you and what you've done. We now have 6 locomotives. We have 25 passenger cars, and we've got one incredible RDC, and that's what I'm talking in today. So we are grateful for all that you've done for the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, for our community, and for the rail industry, because what you're doing now is preserving the history of train travel. And we're going to continue to do that for you because this is just an incredible cause, an incredible nonprofit. So thank you for starting this organization. And I also want to say that you also have a book all about the history of the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. Who has a thought and idea 50 years ago that results in a book? And there's a couple other books that are out there. But just absolutely honored to be here to say thank you for all that you've done. We also have the Rail Dog, Thirsty Dog's version of the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad's beer. So it's just incredible where a thought has gone from 50 years ago till today. I promise you we will keep this railroad running. We will keep increasing the number of volunteers and the number of passengers and the impact on our community, and we will preserve these cars for generations to come. Again, I'm very sorry that you are not here today. I hope this video works well for you and makes you feel like you were there, and you're going to see a lot of folks that you haven't seen in a while that wanted to say hello. So enjoy the rest of the video, and again, thank you for all that you did to create the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. Take care.
Siegfried, thank you for all that you've done for CVSR. Your vision nearly 50-some years ago, that's the reason we're here tonight. I have so many fond memories in my 3.5 years being here and being with you. One of my fondest memories, obviously, is our train trip across the country when we brought the California Zephyr cars back. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me. It's something I will remember forever, and the fondest part of that trip for me was spending time with you. Thank you for all that you've done. Your vision is why we're here tonight. Love you, man.
Every couple or 3 weeks I'd get a phone call from Siegfried toward the end of the day. He'd say, what are you up to? I said, well, I'm about to go home. And he said, well, let's meet at Fisher's. He's the one who remembers that this railroad started in 1972, which some people find hard to accept, but it was with a steam locomotive, the 4070 at that time. And it was his vision that brought it from Brookside Zoo at the time with the trainload of folks to go to Hale Farm and Village.
It's amazing that 50 years ago you had the vision to start this railroad, and I've thoroughly enjoyed being a volunteer and being part of it for the last 10 years. We're grateful for your contribution.
I'm so excited about this. I've never been on this train before, so I cannot tell you how wonderful it is, but I'm so thankful that somebody named Siegfried thought about preserving old trains and railroad. And we're here with my husband and my daughter. He is turning 80, so this was her birthday present to him.
Hello, congratulations. We are so honored and we are so thankful. God bless you.
Hi, my name's Dan Pern. I'm a volunteer with CVSR. I have been a volunteer with CVSR for 9 years. I just thank God every day that we have something like the CVSR, that we have something to go to and have some fun and make some memories with. Siegfried Burling, you did a hell of a job making this railroad what it is, and it means a lot to a lot of people. So thank you for doing what you do.
Okay.
He's an exceptional person. As the founder of the railroad and Hale Farm and Village, he's a person who has accomplished incredible things. And for Cindy and I both, he's just a best friend.
Favorite memory of him? Listening to his stories that he tells about the early days of the railroad. And he's got many of them. We just sit there enthralled with his knowledge of the railroad and the difficult times he had to keep the, quote, train on the tracks from the beginning times of the railroad. Well, we'd like to thank Siegfried for all of his efforts that he did, like I said, in the early days. And I wish him the best of health and hope to see him again. And as we say at the Volunteers, we'll see you on the train.
Siegfried, we want to say thank you so much for bringing such an amazing piece of history to the Cleveland, Ohio area. We hope we have a great night and want to say thank you so much for everything you've done.
A wonderful job of preserving a long-lost history that everybody gets to enjoy. Thank you very much.
I want to thank everybody for this opportunity to be able to ride this train tonight. As Mayor of Peninsula, I'm enjoying every minute of it as this train passes through my village on a real regular basis. Brings a lot of smiles to the people watching.
We're having a ball tonight, and thank you so much for all of the work you've done through the years with this wonderful organization.
Hey Siegfried, wish you well. I remember all the good times back in the 70s when the railroad first got started. Some of the parties at Shanty Hall and Garfield, and the times at Bud and Emily's house. I really appreciate you including me in your life. Mine was certainly better because you're in it. God bless you and take care.
You should do it back there in the. Oh, you got Steve back there.
Okay, hi Siegfried. This is Clark Van Dyke. I'm a director on the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. My wife sat with you for the longest time as you held her hand and wouldn't let her leave, and she was touched by that. And again, appreciate what you've done all those 50 years ago to get us to the point where we now have the railroad we do. And trust me, we're going to be there to carry it on another at least 50 years. And by that time, maybe I'll have to retire from the board. So thank you.
The railroad is a childhood dream come true. Started volunteering on this railroad about a few months ago, and now just being out here to fulfill kind of a childhood dream to see a steam locomotive live and in action, and just seeing all these people out here to help support that railroad and to help this railroad continue to live on in other child's dreams. It's just a dream come true, and I love being here every single night I come out and volunteer.
Hey Siegfried, my name is James Donahue. I work with the Fort Wayne Historical Society, and we appreciate the opportunity to bring our engine here each year and bring joy to all the friends at the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. Thank you for all you've done, and we'll keep the party going.
Just want to say what a fabulous party this is. Since you're the #1 guy for parties, we are so glad that you have got this vision and have done what you did for this Cuyahoga Valley. It's unbelievable. Thank you.
I'm an electrician on the railroad, on the generators for 20 years, and been coming down here and riding the train for that long too. So thank you for all you've done.
Thank you, Siegfried. I started volunteering, and 10 years later, I'm full-time on staff, and I absolutely love the railroad and the opportunities and the experiences that it has given me. So thank you so much for starting all of this.
Siegfried, we missed you tonight, but I know that you were here with us in spirit. Thank you for being the visionary that you are and dreaming big and inspiring so many people that were in the crowd tonight, like Kelly Falcone, like myself and the entire board members that were here, because you have the ability to see things without obstacles, is the reason why there is a huge steam engine behind me, and there is a Fitzwater train yard, there is a Hale Farm and Village, and all the fact that you're even here in America is because you know how to dream big and not see the obstacles. So I miss you. I can't wait till you get better, and I will come visit you. And everybody here is so touched to be a part of your dream. And all we can say is thank you. Get well soon. Thank you.
Hello, Siegfried. You don't know me and I don't know you. I wish I did know you. I got to know you a little bit tonight at this event honoring you. It was a great event, and it's inspired me to get active in the Cuyahoga Valley National Railroad. This was an awesome event. It was a great party. The only way I can think of making it better was having had you here tonight and having had the opportunity to meet you, even though I feel like I did. Your son did a great job, and thank you for everything that you've done making this event possible. Thank you.
We love the railroad. My kids grew up riding it. It was fabulous, and thank you for all of the efforts to make it such a special part of Northeast Ohio.
Hey, I just wanted to say that this railroad is kind of revolutionary, and that it kind of changed kind of how I view, the metro parks, and I think it changed a lot of people from the inner city getting a chance to go through and see what the metro parks are like and be able to ride through a train is really cool, and I think it changed the landscape of Cleveland. So thank you.
Siegfried, first of all, thanks for the hand-rolled stogies and the drinks. Heard you like the party. I'm sorry I haven't made those, but I'm thankful that you invited me to this one and that I was invited to this one. Hopefully next year I have to have one of these.
Siegfried, this is outstanding, but we have a lot of memories. My grandchildren come on the Pony Express, and they're all in college now, and they came when we were 3, 4, 5, and 6, and those were the best of their memories. Thanks for the memories.
Hey Siegfried, Ryan Searcy, my wife Kim and I came out tonight and didn't know a whole lot about the railroad and all the work that you had done, and really want to let you know it's pretty amazing and incredible what you've invested personally and what you've been able to commandeer from your closest friends and supporters. Hope that you get to feeling better. Wish we could have had the chance to meet you, but next time we'll make sure that happens. Take care and best wishes.
Hello Siegfried, my name is Travis Henline. I'm the new director at Hale Farm and Village. I hope that I have a chance to meet you sometime soon. I wanted to take the opportunity to thank you for your vision and your commitment to Hale Farm and Village. I hope that I can continue in that tradition. I've got big shoes to fill, I understand that, but I'm glad to say hello to you, and I hope that we have an opportunity to meet in the near future. Thank you for everything you've done for the Cuyahoga Valley, and in particular, thank you for everything you've done for Hale Farm and Village. Thanks, Siegfried.
Hi, I'm Adam. This is my 4th day working for the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad as the new marketing coordinator, and boy, what a week to arrive and start a new job. It's fantastic. I'm having a blast. I can't wait to see where this takes us and the rest of the railroad.
Hello, Siegfried. I just wanted to remind you of the first time that I met you. In 2012, I was new to the Board of Trustees for the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad, and I saw you, I knew who you were, and I saw you sitting on a couch. I came up, you were sitting and I was standing, so I bent over, I shook your hand, and I said, I'm so happy to meet you. I'm Joey Glasgow. I'm honored. And you looked me up and down, made room on the couch beside you, and invited me to sit next to you. So, pleasure to be here tonight to honor you again, and I hope you're doing great.
Ladies, I don't care about that one. You need to have a password to get in.
I don't know, the railroad, I've always known it being in the community, so thank you, Siegfried. Now that I'm an Akron resident and work for the railroad, I'm extra appreciative. So thank you, Siegfried, so much.
Hi, Siegfried. I'd like to thank you very much for your vision and all your hard work. I've been a volunteer here for 19 years now. I never got to know you really well, but one thing I do remember is your ability to help out the railroad. And I remember all of the volunteer meetings we had at Hale Farm. And thanks to you for that. Thanks again, and hopefully I'll be volunteering for many years to come. Thank you again.
Siegfried, I want to thank you so much. I was here in 1988 to 1990 when you still had the steam engine running every weekend. And my kids' love for trains come from what you've done here. And we're always chasing trains. So thank you so much. And I miss seeing you tonight.
Signal 765 to come in for a run by. So go ahead, Kurt.
Visitors of all ages and backgrounds relive the glory days of train travel and experience the beauty and wonder of Cuyahoga Valley National Park's River Valley, Canal, and historic villages from the comfort of an amazing historic train car. We have CVSR's current board chair, that's Jim, and Lydia Viros. Jim's our board chair. Also, one of our sponsors at Trainman level is John and Cindy Elsasser. We also have board member Kevin Hubert and his wife Mary with us this evening. I would like to introduce a gentleman who was hired back in 2017 as the president and CEO of Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad.
Without you, this past year and a half, we wouldn't have gotten through. This has been one of the most challenging times of our railroad. And keep in mind, Siegfried had some great challenges back in the day. But this past year and a half has been something that really could have knocked us out. But all of you stepped up and you made it happen. And this event is just really the pinnacle of what you were able to do for us. So thank you for being here and supporting this railroad. It just means everything to me and to us, the board. So thank you. 49 years later, we've got our 50th coming up next year. But he founded the railroad in order to get Clevelanders down to the Hale Farm and Village. And so he had a train that started in the 70s that went from Cleveland Zoo all the way down to Hale Farm and Village. And what started out as that thought, let's do it, was a lot of tenacity, a lot of hard work, and a lot of collective minds that got together. We now have over 170,000 people annually ride this train. Absolutely incredible. And I'd love to just, you go back into somebody's mind and you think, what did he have in mind? He just wanted to get some folks down to Hale Farm. This son of a gun went through the roof. And so we're proud of what he has done, and it's just incredible. So Siegfried had a vision. Because his vision, millions of people have experienced the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. And for that, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to Siegfried, and thank you for your time. I want to now introduce our chairman of the board, Jim Viros. Jim became chair. Wait. Jim's been on the board since 2012. He's been a volunteer trainman since 2011. Please welcome Jim Viros.
The Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad has been preserving historic rail cars. When you join us, you're not only supporting this nonprofit organization, but you're helping preserve the train cars like the ones you rode on this evening. As part of the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad's mission, we are dedicated and committed to preserving and renovating historic rail cars. so that they can be enjoyed by future generations. By attending this event, you're helping us to do just that. Proceeds from this year's Preservation for Generations event will support the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad's Preservation Fund.
Thanks very much, Joe. And thanks everyone. I want to say thank you for being here. Yes, I just a month ago took on the permanent superintendent role at this park, and I'm really excited about that. I have been here for a while, and I have had a relationship with the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad from a slightly different angle, mostly as a staff member who was attempting to, with our resource management, I was working on making sure that the train was running successfully, and it's been amazing to watch this vision come to reality, as Joe just told you, of what kind of place this scenic railroad holds in the hearts of people around here. And, you know, nationwide, to be number 4 of the best scenic railroads in the nation is amazing. And this experience defines this national park more than almost any other experience in this national park. We are unique because of you.
He will get out, and we'll see him again on the railroad, I'm confident. I can't possibly tell you all that Siegfried has done for this railroad over those 49 years of association with CVSR that started with his partnership with Nick Maletti back in 1972. Maletti dropped away, Siegfried did not. You can read about the history of the railroad. One has recently been written. Joe will be really happy to provide you with a copy of that history for a small donation. But I'm going to tell you about the person, things about this amazing individual who also just happens to be my best friend. And to be truthful, he probably would have dismissed the first 7 habits. And the 8th habit would have been throw a party. Siegfried holds an honorary doctorate from Harvard in party planning and execution. Or if he doesn't, he should have one, because he certainly deserves it. I've known him for 33 years. For at least 30 of those years, he's averaged a party a month. I just wanted to let you know a little more about the person tonight. I did try to call him at Rocky Knoll this afternoon, but couldn't reach him. His floor was having some kind of party. I hope you will smile when you hear his name, see the rail car with his name on it, knowing that this German transplant is a true American. His life work was to build our exceptional railroad. Thank you.
Thanks, John. I have one more person to bring up, and that is Peter Berling. He's the son of Siegfried, and he's going to speak on Siegfried's behalf. Please welcome Peter.
I guess before I begin, there's 2 pieces of business I'd like to take care of. One is the obvious. Where is Siegfried? Siegfried is not here this evening, and it saddens my heart that he can't join in the festivities this evening, recognizing him and honoring him. The other thing that I want to tell you is I am not Siegfried. I don't have his wit. I don't have his personality. I don't have his charm, and I don't have his accent. Taking a page from John, I do have his hat. What I want to say is that the words that I'm going to express to you this evening will probably come short of the words that he would express to you this evening in gratitude of you being here and recognizing him and giving him this opportunity to talk about the railroad. The words that I'm going to use to describe Siegfried, or my father, this evening is confidence in the possibilities. And as I look at his life, I want to share real quick with you what that means in his life. Confidence in the possibilities for Siegfried means leaving Germany and finding confidence in the possibilities of finding a new life here in the United States. He did that. He hooked up with Meredith Colkert at the Western Reserve Historical Society, began his career there as a part-time janitor and cabinet maker, and from then on began a life that involved history, Northeast Ohio, the Western Reserve, and the Cuyahoga Valley. Forever, from that first job here in the United States, those themes would be entrenched in him. The confidence in the possibilities for Siegfried related to the far notion of history should be something that should be experienced and lived. Support and your belief in him in all those years of helping Northeast Ohio be a special place, whether it be for the history, whether it be for the park, or whether it be for the railroad. This is home. He wanted it to be a special home for all of us. And so thank you for that. Thank you for that gratitude. He has that gratitude. Thank you. And he wants you also thank you for your future efforts in this effort. This isn't something that needs to stand still. We as individuals need to keep supporting these organizations. And as Siegfried would tell you, and thank you for doing that as well, whether it's Hale Farm and Village in the Western Reserve, or the Conservancy in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, or the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad, and especially the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. He wants you to continue to honor those and support those that make this part of Northeast Ohio a great place to live. And so what we want to remember is that we want to support this so that small little village in the middle of this beautiful park that has a railroad running through it will be there for the future generations. So with that, one more thing. I'd like to, in honor of Siegfried, open up a bottle of beer and say Prost and wish you well and a speedy recovery to your health. Joe wants to drink my beer.
Thanks, Peter. All right, who's ready to party? Who wants the shenanigans going on?